This video we're gonna see what is a graph database. Like SQL and NoSQL, we have something like a graph database which stores the data as nodes and edges so we can visualize them in a form of a graph. So currently we do have three different graph database softwares available in the market. One is Neo4j, which has been there since 2007, and we have something like Tiger Graph and AWS Neptune. Now let's see a quick demo on Neo4j, how we can load the data and visualize them. Neo4j is an open source software. We can download them by going to neo4j.com. We can click on the products and you can select the graph database. Yeah, here we do have something like community server, so we can download the version as we need it. So once you download the version, you need to unzip it. So I'm going to use 3.5.35 version as a demo purpose. So in order to start the Neo4j server, you need to go inside the bin and you need to open that command prompt and you need to click Neo4j console to open it. It takes a minute to open. So initially when you open the Neo4j, when you download the Neo4j server, when you try to open it, it asks for the username and password. The default username is Neo4j and the password is Neo4j. Later you can reset the password as per your wish. So you can use your new password going forward. So my Neo4j server is coming up. It's going to get hosted in this particular port. Let me open the same. Yeah, great. My Neo4j server is up. Neo4j uses a language named Cypher, which is similar to SQL, but it's not a SQL language. So I'm going to use this particular CSV as an example. So here we do have user information like name, phone number, email address, country, wallets, and created a date. So here you can see the address. So you can see, right, this particular address is mapped to the two different users. Like for example, Abhay and Utkasha is having the same address. Similarly, Vivek and Ashish is having the same address. So now what we're gonna do is like we're gonna load this particular CSV into the Neo4j graph database, and we're gonna see whether the graph database is able to draw the future or relationship between these particular columns. Yeah, my Neo4j server is up. Next, what I'm gonna do is like in order to load the data, CSV data. So what we need to do is like we need to go into this downloaded path. We have something like import. Inside the import folder, I have kept my CSV and my CSV name is user data. If you want to change the path of import, you can change it in the Neo4j configuration, which is inside this conf. We have a conf file, so we can go and change it accordingly so that it takes from that particular path. Since it's for the demo purpose, I'm keeping the file inside the import folder. Yeah. Now I have the SQL ready. So what I'm going to do is like in this piece of SQL, I'm going to load the CSV, which is the CSV name. I'm going to use all the columns, which is inside the CSV. And you can see here, I'm just mapping the user, which is the user ID and name with the address. And I'm going to map user with the phone number and user with the email and for all the records. Now this is the Cypher language. So let me run the same in the Neo4j console. So we just want to go here and we just want to paste it and we just want to run this. Yeah, it takes a minute. You can see it has added 28 labels, 28 nodes, and 43 properties. It has dynamically added all the details in the Excel as per the Cypher language which we have ran now. So let us see what it has done for us. So here you can see the relationship type, right? So we have contact email ID. So you can see this particular email, which is test3@example.com is mapped to this particular user, the user Miss Utkasha. Let us see the same. Test3@example.com is mapped to the user Utkasha. Similarly, this person is having an address of 1213. Yeah, 1213 eVista, and this address is in turn linked with another user Abhay. So this is an example, perfect example of a graph database. Let me drag it. It's a drag and drop. You can easily drag it just like this. Yeah, here you can see, right? We were seeing this particular email ID is mapped to a person. Let us see the name of the person. The name of the person is Utkasha, and this person is having an address of 1213 eVista. This address is been shared with other person Abhay. So this is what the relationship which the Neo4j dynamically creates for us. So one of the best advantage of using graph database is for the fraud detection, which is being used widely by most of the companies. They use mostly Neo4j, AWS Neptune, or Tiger Graph. Let us try to run some of the SQL and try to see how we can retrieve for one particular details. So what I'm going to do is like I'm going to match the address 1213 E Vista. If the address matches, I'm going to return all the nodes. So let me run this particular piece of Cypher. Yeah, you can see, right? It has returned me a single node because since I'm matching one particular address, 1213 E Vista, it has returned me it. When I click on this one, if I click on the branches, you can see it has two email address. Yeah, it has two users. One is Utkasha and one is Abe. So if you click on Utkasha, you can see the details of that particular user. And when you click on Abe, you can see the details of that particular user. So basically it creates a graph-like structure and stores the data. So when a new data gets stored automatically, it creates the relationship between the nodes and edges based upon the property dynamically. Thanks for watching the video and happy learning.